Peace. Peace, 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 peace. What's going on, y'all? It's your main man, Mr. X. Get your hands out my pocket. As you see, it's a sunny, bright ass day here in my local town of Auburn. So I'm here. You know, I mean, it's an island time right now. You just gotta soak it up. You gotta enjoy the heat. I hope that you got heat wherever you at. Hope you are enjoying your summertime in the United States. It's hot every goddamn where, which is cool. I personally like it from like 75 to 80, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. I damn sure will take it. As y'all seen, the topic of discussion is niggas are niggas to be blamed for the community we're in. And we dealt with this a few years ago. Actually, it was a writer, forget from The Root or something like this, something like that. Understand the Root and Ebony and Essence, all those magazines, they're not what they used to be. They've been bought out by white powers. They've been used as a propaganda tool against black people. They have no connections to the grassroots. It's all about classism, paper bag tests, colorism, boule, all those different things. I remember that they had articles back in the day featuring Khaled, Brother Khaled, and the works he was doing, and Minister Farrakhan. This is when people were black, and you can appreciate what brothers were trying to do to make a difference. You may not always agree with their stance, but you can appreciate that all in all, they were trying to fight for the empowerment of our people. These people who are with it now, they ain't. These people are immigrants who've been brought over to undermine black empowerment. They detest blackness. They detest themselves, and they fight for every agenda that disempowers black people, that undercuts black people, that destroys black people. And so they play their part using their media. So they'll use, for instance, a gay black man. I want y'all to understand this. A gay black man essentially does not want to be a black man anymore. Or he's trying to change the definition of black manhood because he does not fit that definition. So if he was a writer, if he was to write stories in regards to his experience in society, he would totally leave out systematic white supremacy, which is the problem, the number one problem, and the number one cause of all our ills. He'll discuss the surface ills. You understand that? It's no longer a white face. It's a black face. Figure Willie Lynch. Look up the Willie Lynch letter. Whether he was real or not, it does not matter, because what was said in the letter is absolutely true. And at the end of the letter, if people who have read it, shout out to those that have, it says, if you do this hard, I want to say for a year or 10 years, I think it was a year, then it'll be done automatically for the next 300. And I did the math because we did a show on Willie Lynch a couple of years ago. And that 300 years is almost up. Meaning, if you do a thing hard for a period of time, it becomes commonplace. It becomes ritualistic. And so all the demonic things that the Willie Lynch that it imposed the slave master to do to the slaves, the enslaved Africans, we would eventually do ourselves. We wouldn't need the master to kind of oversee the whole thing and make sure everything play out like it says in the letter and the instructions. It already happens. And so now we blame ourselves for our predicament. Why? Because we're scared to point the blame at the master. The master would come on a plantation and ask the slaves, hey, how do you like it? Do you like it here? Do you want to go back home? You don't want to go back home, do you? What are you going to say? The dude's got the whip. He's got the hangman's noose. The dude's like, oh, no, master, no, I loves it here. I loves it here. Thank you so much for get me from that. I don't even know what Africa is. I don't even know what Africa is. I was just good right here, sir. I was just good. What time dinner, sir? Okay, I have the slaves ready, sir. I sure will. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having us, sir. That's what you're going to say. They made sure to ask that, so you get accustomed to saying it, so eventually you believe it. Now remember, the first slaves here had tasted freedom, so they was burning down plantations left and right all throughout the so-called United States. Because remember, when we were brought here, there was nothing here really. You had, see, the people that are already here, our people that were already here, weren't really interested in bringing the United States as you see it and as they saw it. It was just like, hey, here's some land right here. I'm gonna just put my flag down and build here. Okay, cool, that's fine. They came up with the laws and these little imaginary lines with states and all this other crap. We didn't do that type of stuff. Even in Africa, the countries, they all divided up. We didn't do that. You just kind of knew where people's territory was and you respected their territory. Basically where they put they hat now. You friend or foe. You cool? I'm cool. How you doing, brother? All right. So fast forward now, this is how you deal with systemic white supremacy and how you get the immigration laws. You bring the immigrants over. Black people who are supposed to be so-called leaders. You bring them over to undermine black progress. There's enough for everybody to eat. They don't want us to eat. The economic system is built upon black bones, cartilage, DNA. You guys got to understand this. We can't prosper as a people for this economic system to work because it coincides with systematic white supremacy. They don't care about money. If we were to eat, we make sure everybody else ate. Everybody would eat. That beats the point of capitalism. You got a top and you got a bottom. They want to be on top. If we equal out, they'll disappear. If we got what they got, they'll disappear. They already disappearing as it is. So they bring ignorant immigrants over, right? Now, if you bringing new people over to your land, dark people, you already don't like the dark niggas you got on the continent. You don't like them. You want to kill them. But you're an evil genius. He's an evil genius. Y'all know how I do when I get in here. I'm gonna try to stop because that's disgusting. So you're an evil genius. You don't like the darkies you got here. So what are you going to do? Bring new darkies in. There's got to be a plot and a plan. So what are we going to do? Hey, we just want to do some checks, some background checks and things like this. So you want to come over to the United States. What do you know about the African Americans here? Well, I don't really know so much about them. Just what you see on the TV. But they are a little crazy and they dance a lot. Yes, that's all they do. They dance. And I think it would be best, right, if you stay away from them, because we have things set up for you, but you be bothered with them, they just get you in trouble. They just get you in trouble. And they have their own. So we have homes for you. We're gonna have to get your loans, get your business started, get some schooling and stuff like that. So you be far ahead of them. You don't need to be bothered with them. That's what we intended to do. If you want to live up with the nice suburban areas and like to start our life there, great. That's a great idea. I think you'd be excellent out there. I think you'll be a great addition to the community. I think the community leaders there will really appreciate your presence and what you bring to the table. So I think we're done here. I think we're going to pass your visa. Welcome to the United States. There's a screening process. They want to make sure you don't hang with the radicals. If they don't need that, if they don't need to mention it, they won't. But then, listen. And the screening process is really about me asking questions and you talking. If you are talking, I get to know what you're about. So if you don't even mention the radical element, if you don't mention that, you don't know so much about Black people, nor do you care about them, because we already implemented that in your mind. That Africans on the continent, the Africans in the diaspora, there's no connection. No one likes each other, right? This is what they say. And we have our culture, we have our tribe, and you're just another tribe with no culture or a foolish culture, right? I don't necessarily have to mention it because if you're telling me this all in the interview, I'm like, oh, you're saying all the right things. And plus, I'm gonna look back my history in terms of what you've been doing the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, see if this connected to how you've been behaving on the continent. But if you're broke and poor and destitute, living in squalor, they gotta make sure you're living in squalor because you're more apt to do what needs to be done in regards to their ultimate agenda. Economic depravity can control anybody's mind. This is how you get a shitty cuz to go kill uh, our brother Nipsey Hussle. 2-3-time loser, never showed he cared, never given an opportunity, probably been raped, abused as a child, got to stick his chest out all the time, got to let people know who he is, even though it's YouTube. Got to know who he is, you know. You got to know me. I'm shitty cuz. They call me shitty cuz, nigga. You know, you better recognize me when I walk into a room. I'm only 5'3", so you gotta look down. But you better not look down at me though. Even though you tall as shit, you gotta look down to see me. Don't look down at me, nigga. That's the type of dude that they'll send at you. Shoot you in your chest, run away, come back and shoot you in the head. They have a whole bunch of scary niggas say it was just some nigga shit, man. It was just some beef. It was just, you know, stop saying this all this conspiratorial stuff. Even though the majority of our ladies and black people have been doing good in the community get killed, and we don't know how they get killed. Shout out to St. Louis, the D SEALs. 6 activists in the last 6 years got killed. Don't nobody know nothing. Shot in the head and burned. They're pretty much telling you, yeah, these are hits. And the majority of the people out there are black, but no uprising has come since then. So this is the thought process of our people. Now, the person writes the article. Black community goes crazy. We dealt with it a few years ago. I absolutely disagreed with it because they were saying we were the white people of the black community, straight black men. That we are basically the oppressors of the black community. Now all of a sudden we got power. Understand this. This is what I sold to a former member of the organization. I said he was kind of putting up a hierarchy. We were trying to school him, and because he believed in the article, you know, a lot of guys believe in the article. I don't know why. And I kind of forget what he said, but he didn't have us at the bottom of the barrel. I said, brother, and I had to go, and I had one of my brothers kind of explain it to him. I said, brother, this system doesn't work unless we at the bottom of the barrel. Why? Simply because, shout out to Francis West Wilson, we are muscle mass. We represent the military of our community. Every community has their men as the army, as the military, the defenders. So if you are systemically oppressing the people, white versus non-white, the most powerful people on the planet are the black people. The men. If you get the men thinking they shouldn't be men, they don't want to be men, they want to be women. The women don't want the men to be men, they want them to be women. The women want to be men. Mass fucking confusion. You can keep them at the bottom, especially the men. If the men can get together and say, all right, we're going to focus all our attention on the young boys. If other brothers don't want to get down, fine. The young boys they got no say in the matter because they're still dependents. They still got to live in the house and eat and so on and so forth. We clothe them and feed them and everything else. So what we're going to do is create our own programs. Rite of passage, knowledge of self, that third eye open, so that the young men we start seeds for them to complete the task we were too cowardly to do. And we have to let them know there's a lot of women who detest them because they've been educated to do so by the master. The master hates the black man absolutely. Well, any other equivocation, no one else hates the black man more than the white man. He's absolutely anti-black man, and he uses our women. They don't have the knowledge of self. He uses our women against us, which is treasonous when you're dealing with the nation. And so what he has is these dudes who aspire to be women. I forget the dude's name, but look up the article of black men and white supremacy of the black community. Some crazy wild shit. Now you say, X, why you bringing this up, man? This is an article like 2-3 years ago. Well, on my birthday yesterday, scrolling down Facebook, and I saw this lady. She was real. The first time when you see shit like that, you're like, this person's real. This is like a Russian bot or something like that, you know. Because they pay fools. Understand, there are government agents who have Facebook accounts who join black groups. And me and my wife, we used to go back and forth with one a couple of years ago until we realized he was a damn agent. Because he had the time to, one, post something that was anti-black. Said he had all these accomplishments. His kids went to college and all this, very successful. But he had the time to comment on everybody's comment. People be lambasting, fuck you, ain't did and he'd be just as calm. And I started looking, I'm like, yo, how does this nigga got such a successful job? What does he do that he can comment on Facebook all day? No matter what you commented, he would reply to it. Everybody. And so every one of his posts will have 1,000 comments. I'm like, wait a minute. You a damn agent. And people started asking him questions about his background, and people was catching him. Like, yeah, I got a cousin that was part of that. He don't know nothing about you. I asked him about you. Yeah, that military organization or branch that you said you were affiliated with back in, such and such at this date and time. Because you remember, you dealing with everybody on the planet on Facebook. So people accomplished use Facebook. And so people who connected to the military use Facebook. So you start telling some lies because you're trying to make this exaggerated persona about yourself. You're like, oh really? What? My uncle was there. Yeah, I spent some time with him. Yeah, I used to go on vacation and hang out with him. What brigade was you in? What barrack was you in? Because I used to hang out in the 4th barrack. What barrack was you in? Oh, the 7th. What no barracks, nigga? You lying mother. They was catching them. You know what I mean? It was funny. It was funny. But they do that. They'll go into Facebook when they get in your comments or post something to get you excited. And so now you're going back and forth. You banging, you accomplished person. You do a lot of work in the community. You represented it. You are respected. And you hear you bang. All of a sudden, you've been doing that for 3 hours. That was the point, to waste your time. If you finger banging with no real purpose, arguing with somebody who's not going to see, he's not going to say, all right, you've changed my mind. I am part of the liberation struggle. Thank you so much. Only Malcolm X was able to do that. Y'all motherfuckers ain't Malcolm X. Dudes that came to kill Malcolm, he flipped them and ended up being on his security team and being with him. Fred Hampton did it. You ain't Fred Hampton. Okay? You ain't Fred Hampton. Those two obviously had to do it. Fred Hampton was in jail when he did it, so he had to do it. And Malcolm was doing what he was doing, so he had to do it. You niggas ain't that. So some of your work obviously is opening the minds of the people. A lot of people are going to open up. There's going to be some successes, but in reality, I think it's better for one-on-one conversation, because those individuals there are just there, paid informants. Some of them are white, using black photos to get your mind off what you're trying to do. But anyway, she posted that, and people started agreeing. All the women started agreeing. A lot of women jumped in, and it's just this thing where you need to bash the hell out of it. And I tell people over and over again, you gotta put it in the premise of systemic white supremacy. Because the same banging you doing to us, I can do to y'all. Ladies, y'all got a cucumber challenge going on, man. Like, come on, for real. A cucumber challenge. What you think that is? Just off hearing it, the cucumber challenge. I seen a video. Everybody had a cucumber. It was all women, at least. At least it was all women. But I'm sure dudes is gonna jump into it. And it's just gonna get disgusting and ratchet. I know why you do that. That's why I don't get too upset. But I can put it in its proper context. There's no consciousness coming from what she's dealing with. There's no healing. There's no solutions. It's just bashing. I know where it comes from. I'm ready to take on the beast. We're ready to take on the beast, at least verbally. People scared to even talk bad about the white man. Still, it's on automatic. So people will say stuff like, why, we gotta stop blaming the white man. No, sister. If you get too radical on these forums, or you say something that may be offensive, who do you think put you in Facebook jail? We know it's Zuckerberg's platform. Ain't he white? Ain't he a male? Duh. When you get tickets you don't even know you got, and you go out there and there's a boot on your car, you can't take it off. It's a federal offense. You go to jail. You got to go through the process of paying off your tickets right then and there so you can get your car back. Who does that? Who created the government as we know it? White man. So if he can do that, what else can he do? You can have all your ducks in a row. Go to the loan, go to TD Bank, go to SAFQ, go to any one of your local or big time banks. Say, I want to take a loan out for $50,000 to get my business started. I got all the forms that you need. Just like I was thinking in regards to black people moving to different neighborhoods because they want to leave the ghetto. And they got neighborhood associations there. And they have criteria. And if they don't like you, you don't know what the criterion is. They'll make up some shit on the spot. You only got 4 references. You needed 5. The deadline was today. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a deadline. Yes, we have deadlines for these things. We want to move expediently. We got a lot of people who want to fill spots, so we have to make strict laws. Ain't nobody trying to buy that house. They don't want your black ass. The same thing with the loan. You had 3 references. We need 6. I'm sorry. Loan denied. You got this $50 in 1997 that you didn't pay back. I'm sorry. Who run and control and own the banks? International Monetary Fund. I'm gonna start dealing with some of these entities that are in essence the white man. I'm gonna show you who the white man is. It's not the black exploitation, the man dude with the suit in the background with a cigar. We're not dealing with that no more. It's a little bit more sophisticated. You see what I'm saying? He has minions. When you control things, you can't control things just by yourself. He ain't Superman. But his essence is everywhere because he puts his minions. When you got minions, like Familiar, shout out to Blade, they uphold what we believe in. And so he doesn't have to teach them. The system teaches them. And so all he got to do is hire them and they'll uphold it. But anyway, get back. So I got to deal with this thing, man. We got some treasonous people here. We got to deal with you. Because when you agree with stuff like that, anything that deals with, even with the Chris Brown thing, I posted about that. My sister, shout out to Dr. Maya, she broke that down. Sister Annie, my other doctor sister, Dr. Annie, she broke that down too. I let them have that because I know they was going to break it down with the doctoral, knowledge and stuff. We should be throwing our young daughters at Dr. Maya and Dr. Daphne X. Shout out to Daphne X. And they should be educating, and we should be paying them so they can get food, clothing, and shelter, take care of their families as they take care of ours and give them all the knowledge and information that they need so that we don't have no cucumber challenges when we got teachers like Dr. Maya and Dr. Daphne X. They won't even look at anything like that. What the hell, Doctor? Give me the thing so I can cut it up so I can feed my man and my family. Not put it in my mouth, act like it's a damn penis. You see what I'm saying? This is how you break that. You get the people who's supposed to be in front of your children to teach them, and you pay them so they can live and do the work. They don't need to worry about paying bills. They can just give themselves, all right, what evaluation, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. And I can think wholeheartedly on educating children for liberation purposes, not to have an IRA. My mother called me about some IRA and some insurances and all that other stuff. I'm still a freedom fighter. I'm still in the phase of believing that we can win this war. I want nothing to do with Americanism. I don't want to create more black people who live better in America. Fuck that. I want America to die. Because as long as America lives, black people will die. So for every brother and sister who got a degree, there's a brother out there laying in his own piss right now about to die. There's another brother who's walking down the street getting blown away by a race soldier. And the old Negro's going to come out and pray for him. The young folks going to turn up. But ultimately, unless a couple cops start disappearing while our brothers are dying, it's going to continue to happen. There's short-term solutions, but I'm not the person to talk to. Them brothers are in the streets. They made sure there was streets there because they put economic depravity in the black community, the so-called black community. So there's going to be black youth with nothing to do as long as this system is upheld. Why? Because they got prison industrial system. the complex to fill at least 95% occupancy. They're not going to put a bunch of white males in there, even though they could. But the Constitution states really that you give white man the benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to law. So you don't charge them with any real crimes. You know, you let them off with a warning, but niggas, you throw them up the river without a paddle. And that creates that fear of doing anything because guys are going in 5, 10 years on nonviolent crimes. Just having something, in possession of something, being in the wrong place in the wrong time. All of a sudden, you got, hold on, sorry, I got something in my face. Come on now, get out my way. So all of a sudden, you got some situations you got to deal with. So back to the treasonous behavior, that women are co-signing this thing, saying that we are the white tee. I'm giving you the power of the white man. We don't have no power. And you got to, it's posts like this sometimes are informative. Shout out to Brother Dawood Muhammad. He was like, yo, put it up there. It'll bring them out. Watch them come out. I've done that before. Sometimes you put posts out and you come, okay, that's how you feel? That's how you feel? I already thought that. You just confirmed it. Thank you. Now I'm gonna move accordingly with you. So when you ask, why don't call you or deal with you in that manner? Nah, I'm good. I see how you feel. I'm cool on that. That's treasonous right there. You a collaborator. If the rebellion started, you be one of the niggas we kill. That's just facts. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with treasonous people. The William Clarks, the Gene Roberts, their antecedents. Because them bastards probably had children or had relatives. R.R. Moten, niggas that destroyed the revolution. John Ali, motherfuckers like that. Those are the people we got to weed out. So I have to agree with sis. Oh yeah. See, I gotta explain it to you because I gotta break it down in context so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Again, the system of white supremacy creates niggas. It's a nigga making factory. Shout out to Wesley Muhammad. You can't get that super black man that you're looking for. Unfortunately, because economic depravity, lack of resources, lack of opportunity, there's a class system and caste system in the black community. There's an active colorism going on. Let's put in our mind. Give the white Jesus. Whoever color is closest to the white Jesus will be treated better. Someone like me is at the bottom of the caste system. I'm dark. You see? But if you get lighter, you get treated better. Now imagine that. People intermingling with white society. My sister's vibration. They loved my sister. The community loved my sister. Why? Because she was the closest thing to white in the black community we had. They hated me. Why? Because I was the blackest thing. It was infused in them, starting from this plantation. The entire planet is one big plantation. The slaves will begin to blame the bucks and other African men within the plantation for their conditions, not to overthrow the master, just the way that they were acting, the way they were messing up their jobs or not putting in enough work or being lazy. But not ultimately because they wouldn't stand up and kill the master and I'm ready to do it. I'm ready for you niggas. Let's go. Let's kill this motherfucker. It's not coming in that pretext. No, it's come to disempower us, to emasculate us. She's not about healing. Because I looked on the page, the sister that posted it, she all with the LGBT thing and posted something about 2 old niggas that was gay kissing and shit. Like, nah, see? Nah, I know where you coming from. This does not help the black community. 2 old niggas kissing each other does not help the black community. It does not get us free. We don't want to get free so men can kiss on other old men. That's bullshit. And then people jumping in and say, y'all not trying to help us overthrow this motherfucker. You just want to bang on black men because your experiences have been bad. Black, I know. They beat you up, they raped you, disempowered you, called you names. Yeah, we are all victims of white supremacy This is all we can do in a system of white supremacy. There's levels to this thing. There's different people that you're going to meet. At the same time, they're going to have their flaws given to them by the master. We've all been educated to hate each other. What else do you expect for me to do to you? But hate. And so much trauma has happened, we don't even know what the epicenter of it is. We don't know who's the genitor of it. We don't know who to blame it on. And then someone like me tells you, oh, it's the cracker. It's the cracker. You look at the education system, you can't get no jobs. The brothers can't get no jobs. They can't educate their own kids. Why? Because the powerful white woman's union, who helped them create it, the white man. The white man didn't want the white woman alone without no jobs. Ain't no white woman without no jobs. If they ain't got no jobs, they got programs to take care of them to get to possibly get them some jobs. At the same time, they send them to the black community because there's a bunch of ills in the black community. And what does that mean? That means millions of dollars of programs that you create, organizations that you create. Hey, we can come down here. We want to help the black people. And the black activists say, well, thank you so much. Oh, we really wanted this help. Thank you so much, Miss White Lady. This so that I can have a job. I'm not trying to help you improve yourself. I'm trying to give you a sandwich. I'm not trying to educate you to make a sandwich, to get the vegetables, to make the bread, to make your own sandwich. No, I'm just gonna come out and hand out sandwiches. And I make $60,000. We're gonna put little community rooms here together. And so when little black kids come in, they see white faces. Shout out Sister Marie Jones. I picked up her grandmother, and this is a beautiful story, very warming to me. I enjoyed the ride. I Uber sometimes. I don't like to say that because people won't know what you do when you cut it off. I picked up grandmother, and within the 2 minutes, she handed her grandson the phone, and he called his mother and said, "Ma, Grandma said that Jesus was black." And usually I have my headphones on, man. I be listening to my lectures and stuff like that, get my word and brother minister. And nigga, that just whoop. Now I'm ear hustling like a mother. I'm on any conversation now. You didn't said that to around the right person. And he's like, really? So yeah, just black. I said, you know what, sis? I'm gonna give you got a free ride today because you don't know how powerful that is. It's 4 boys that got in the car. And she said the greatest of all time. She told them the greatest of all time is black. People don't know how powerful that is when you tell the most dominant, the most respected, the most loved in the history of this society, Jesus the Christ, is black. Now you got to expand upon it because it's cool. Because I remember when I first heard that, it gave me some upliftment because I was like, yeah, Jesus is black. He got bronze feet, and hair like, whoa, that's my hair. He's black. But you got to build on it because it has to be a change that ultimately ended up happening to me. But think if it happened to thousands, then millions, then hundreds of millions, then billions, the world would change overnight. Think if all the black boys knew that Jesus was black. Now let's build on that. You get the wood together, and you got the light to match, and you go, and you let it go, and you just let it go. You back up. You don't want to tame it enough. You just let it burn, scorched earth. That's what they call it. And so I was building with them. Oh yeah, Jesus was black in the cave in Ethiopia, and so on and so forth. There's different variations of Jesus, but the Jesus that you see, the white man was a faggot, and he was an uncle or something like that. They had no pictures of Jesus of being white. All the black Madonnas, everything was black. Everything was charcoal. So they had to make up something. They got Shakespeare to make up some shit. Oh, what the hell is that? Michelangelo, yeah, to make up some shit. I had Shakespeare write the Bible. I was going in. Go in on their ass. I don't know, the ride was 15 minutes. I was trying to get 15 minutes of dump. And when I dropped them off, they wanted more questions. See that? 10 and 11 years old. They were looking at it like this. And I was building upon what they already said, I knew they already knew. I said, you think that white folks are supposed to run everything. And they shook their heads vigorously. That's the point of systemic white supremacy. What type of black man are you going to have when they think they're supposed to be slaves the rest of their lives? That's basically what they were saying. With their confirmation of me saying that they believe white folks are supposed to run everything, they have committed themselves to servitude for eternity. So you're not going to get the man you need and want and deserve in a system of white supremacy when you don't give them the proper education. Liberation theology. Liberation. Listen, by the time you start learning at 3, at about 21, I expect you to be ready to lead a rebellion. Local, state, county, whether it be in school, prison, somewhere. You are to lead an uprising. That's the type of education we need. I know y'all don't want to hear that. They shut down the airwaves when you hear stuff like that. But you've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about it. You have to fight this devil. And others have gotten to the point with them first 5 years where they were like militant crazy, and then they kind of leveled off, and you know, some even try to work with white folks. I'll never be like that. Khalid died at, how old Khalid was, 42 or something like that. Once he got the conscience, he was a stark, raving mad revolutionary all the way up until his death. That's what I'm gonna be. It's only gonna get worse. Because once you see it and you know the answer, there is no going back, man. These people who are coons, who cooned out, cowards, that's them. 401ks and all this other shit. Everybody focusing on getting material things, but no one's discussing freedom anymore. Yeah, business and all this other stuff. You gotta speak the language of the young folks. If we were educating them, our language would be their language. But we're meeting them having been educated by the white man for 15, 16, 17 years. He's already living in their mind. We already behind. We damn near screwed. So anyway, I told them about the gay agenda, which the sister who posted the thing absolutely supports. And it's not about individual people who are gay, but I think you should watch them, because if they're around your children, what do you think the children are picking up? Man, we love everybody, man. We give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Now it's an attack on straight black men. Now, because you can make children. Well, that's what that straight thing is. You're heterosexual, you are able to breed. Now that you can make children, you are the enemy of the black community. They want us to be eunuchs. Understand, there is no getting along with these people. I realized that over the last 2-3 years. There's no meeting halfway. There is no compromising. You either got to completely sell out, which is really what they don't want. They are created to cause strife amongst the revolutionaries and the people who are doing work to save the African family. They want to change the narrative into something that don't mean a damn thing. They want to maneuver it. That's what they're there for. They agitate. See, we have our agitators that agitate the establishment. They have agitators that agitate the agitators of the establishment. So, when we deal with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, old information, because when a white man says strike, sick, bark, bite, we do it. Get R. Kelly right now. We just gonna break up all the information from 15 years ago. All you niggas, I'm on his albums, I'm into his concerts and all this stuff. But White Daddy said, hey, get at R. Kelly again. You said, okay, R. Daddy. R. Kelly's a pedophile, and he I can't believe that he would do that. And we was killing our hypocrisy. Shout out to my sister, Queen Nikita Hiltz. She was like, some of y'all was trying to get at me when I was a teenager. I remember some of you motherfuckers calling them out. I told you I wasn't young enough. You like, I don't care. Now you getting at R. Kelly. Some of them women at 15 and 16 built like they was 31. Wouldn't date nobody in high school. They was dating grown men. Grown men was coming to pick them up and take them off some damn way. But now you mad at R. Kelly. Throwing stones, glass houses. We ain't even got to go there because we already know the environment. It still goes on. We already know. Let's go deeper. Why is the white man all of a sudden bringing up R. Kelly again, doing these documentaries? How is he able to do this if he's got blatant lies within the documentary and Kelly can't do nothing about it? Same thing with Michael Jackson. These crackers just make documentaries and do what they want to us, and there's nothing we can do. Now let a black man try to make a movie about Weinstein and Kevin Spacey. Who even thinking about doing some shit like that? You sisters, huh? Y'all dig into people's shit. Y'all find out all about motherfuckers personal. Dig into their shit. Find out about them. Let's get this documentary popping. Try to go mainstream with it. Try to have it on NBC and BET and all that shit. See what happens. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all got to see the bigger picture. We got to open our eyes and stop being scared. How the fuck do you get all these people who are culpable to say he was doing all these horrible things? You already knew about it. You still going to concerts. Sisters have already disclaimed that they don't give a damn, because every time he got in trouble, there was a sister there with hundreds of thousands of dollars. We dying out there. We need programs. We need funding. A sister come out of nowhere with like $160,000, $170,000 to bail this nigga out. Really? That's the world we living in. You get that bread and can do God's work with that money. Hiring children, hiring staff, properties, putting shit together. Once you start doing it, people see how serious you are. They'll put money into the pot. You're financing your own revolution. No, we need that money to bail out R. Kelly so we can rape more men because he's gay. He's gay. He like penis. Look it up. Do the research. The sister that was there said he liked men. He was vicious to women because he wanted men. And they had to flip it on you because it was an attack on straight men. But R. Kelly's gay. He's illiterate and he's gay. Look it up. Holy smokes. So are we the white, the black community? Come on, man. We got no power. All those towers, these communities that we so-called live in, I use that word loosely. Kevin Spacey and Weinstein, charges dropped quietly. Kevin Spacey was in court smiling because he had a date with a 9-year-old, I guess, later on, and he just come into for his little court thing and then leave and go back to doing what he was doing. And black people don't care because that's white daddy, and we don't discuss white daddy. We discuss your black ass nigga. What you doing? All right, who you messing with? Now we can sling mud at each other all day long. You do this, you did this, you do this, you do this, you do this. You do this, or you do this, or you do this, or you do this. It's because this cracker lives. And until we overthrow this cracker, then we can deal with healing. Because this is what people want. We gotta deal with ourselves. What you're really saying is like we're gonna take this soap that doesn't exist. Right? Take this soap that doesn't exist, and we're gonna wash off with it and get 100% clean. And once we get 100% clean, 100% clean, there's no man, woman on the planet ever in history has been 100% clean. Once we deal with that, all the sorrows, all the sin, all the shit we did in the past, now we're gonna walk. And I ask you, what you gonna do then after that? Once you get 100% clean, now what? You're gonna wait till everybody else get clean? We're gonna be in bondage another 2 million years, waiting for that shit. So just fight, man. They don't ask them if you slept with little boys, you like little girls. Like, can you run? Can you jump? Can you lift a whole lot of weight? Can you hold a gun and shoot it? Because I know you sin. This crazy world has put you in a position to do nothing but so. But you have to realize you're going to have to fight to get what you want. You're going to have to fight because they don't want you here. They're going to move you around. What gentrification is, they move black people at a specific area because white folks are coming back and they want no niggas around. So you can do all this butt licking and kissing you want to with the local government. They're not going to give you a piece. They're going to get your ass out of there. Gotta go. If you can't afford it, which none of us can because they just hike up the prices. This is what the white man do. Mississippi Freedom Party, 1968, I believe. 64 or 68. Fannie Lou Hamer and the Black Mississippians wanted representation in Congress. So they created their own Freedom Now Party. They ended up having to compromise for some seats. They wanted some seats. They wanted some representation. They want some black representation. It was all white men, right? They make the laws for us. We let them basically do whatever, and we abide by it. That's basically the plantation. planet is a planet. They said no, and they fought long and hard. So what did the white man do? To have membership, it used to be $15, $20, I think. I'm going off the top of my head, y'all. Y'all look this up. They raised it to like 300. White folks was mad, but in reality, because we're outnumbered, shit rolls down here. There's only white folks that can afford it. Maybe not the white folks that's already there, but some more white folks who can afford it will be there. The point is, there will be no niggas there because ain't no niggas got $300 a month to be a member of the party. This is what they do. When you control shit and they get too black, they'll just make adjustments. They go back to the drawing board. Okay, what did you do? We're looking at the income files of like everybody here. The highest paid nigga we got is $70,000. So what we do is we'll make it 100,000. We'll go 30,000 more. So to be a member here, you got to make at least 100,000. That gets rid of all the niggas. And we'll make up some bullshit saying the membership was too high and to equal it out or something to that. We'll think of something. The niggas will believe it because they'll say the end of segregation means you can't discriminate based upon race. So we'll find other things. We'll have a map in the area, map of the city. We know where all the black people are. So based upon the zip code, we know that's a black area. We're gonna give them those. That's the white man. And so you try to better your life. You got to show them that you're trying to better your life. And they say, no, that's not enough. We don't have enough. That's not good. No. Weinstein, nothing. Kevin Spacey, nothing. But we continue to blame the heterosexual black man. We want an active genocide campaign. We need everybody on one accord. But if the black women don't want to have the children, and the black men don't want to impregnate the black woman because he wants to be impregnated up his butthole, we in trouble. She want a penis and he want a vagina. What the hell is going on? Who was putting that on us? Why can't we critically think? Why is it that they're spending millions of dollars to have these drag queens come into our schools to teach our children about sex? You're sexualizing children. They literally have concerts where a little girl, the pride, and this is what they do in these pride concerts and these pride festivals and stuff like that. Everything goes. So you got little children out there dancing with a bunch of men provocatively, probably already getting raped or close to it. Same thing with the little white boy. They're talking about trans children, trans students, trans kids. What the fuck is a trans kid, Don Tito? But they're putting the shit in your head, so you think, oh, trans children exist. No, they don't. You ain't seen a trans kid in your life. You ain't never seen a trans. What the fuck is a trans kid? Well, crackers say it is, and they'll put a definition on it, and you'll look it up, and you'll believe it. That's slave thinking. Yeah, I guess Master says a trans kid. I think he's right. I think there's trans kids. I think there's kids that's 7 years old who want to cross dress and they want to get rid of their reproductive organs to have opposite reproductive organs. I think we should support that. We still don't got food, clothing, and shelter. The basic amenities for human life, to live a borderline average human existence. Food, clothing, shelter, we still don't have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to check ourselves. I'm gonna start doing more aggressive stuff towards some of the laws that are out there, some of the barriers, some of the practices that are used to keep our people in positions of powerlessness. And I'm going to build on this channel because I want to work for the people. This is my life's work. I'm not hiding. I'm here. I need your help. Because white folks can do what they want because white folks subsidize them. Donald Trump can say all the racist shit he wants to. He can talk to black people any way he wants because his money won't dry up. Because that white supremacist money is long. You understand me? When it comes to either white supremacy or going out and partying and throwing money up in a strip club, I had a driver tell me one time they went somewhere and spent $15,000 on it. Now I'm sure they were probably sisters, maybe. You know what? I probably don't even know. And yeah, you want to have your good time, but if it came to going to a strip club and spending $15,000 on harming black people with that $15,000, the white supremacists would choose harming black people for $15,000 every time. Why? Well, one, they're not really into strippers like that. They're like their own kids. Real. Homosexuality is in their community, but they keep pushing it upon us, so we become the face of everything decadent in this fucking society, especially homosexuality. So they put our face on it. When it's them and their culture, their great God turned into an eagle and took a little child, an infant, so he can have a romantic getaway with him. This is Zeus. The Greek god Zeus, the white dude with all the muscles and the white hair and shit that looks like God, that our children think is actually God. There's no problem with that. The new Nas X thing. Let me deal with that for nine minutes. The Lil Nas X thing. Where we got Lil Nas X in school. We got Lil Nas X who came out of nowhere. We don't know who he is. He's got the X. And when I think of X, I think of Malcolm X and Mr. X. Nas, I think of Nasir, one of the biggest rappers of all time. Lil, everybody Lil. So, you know, you got Nas X, you got the X, you got Nas. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this stuff? Like, all this stuff is pretty deliberate. Shout out to Brother Tariq Nasheed. They push these people upon us. And all of a sudden on Pride Month, he says, hey, I'm out, I'm gay. And people are like, yeah, duh. No surprise here. But because he gets with Billy Ray Cyrus, we don't know who this guy is. Beyonce tried before with country music. And people who love country music was like, nah, Beyonce, take that nigga shit out of here. But now Lil Nas X comes with it. Billy Ray Cyrus co-signs this thing. He's part of it. Billy Ray Cyrus. Y'all know Miley Cyrus's father. So the whole Cyrus family is just slumming. Is that what's happening, or there's something bigger going on here? Keep Lil Nas X away from your family. Keep Lil Nas X from your children. Dump the music down the toilet. I don't think people got CDs anymore. Don't nobody got CDs no more. But if you do, burn it. Listen, I gotta go. All right. It's been great. Gotta go get my children. It's hot out. Enjoy the heat. Go to soundcloud.com/GYHOMP. Go to the YouTube channel. Support your brother. It's in the beginning stages, but I've been at this thing for a couple years now. And eventually I'm gonna put all my time into it. Put 10 in my pocket.